Well, today I'm going to show you how we covered up some bare metal in my friend's van yesterday, and how I kept warm this morning on a very, very chilly fall morning. Alright guys, this video is all over the place, but I hope you still enjoy it. Stick around, because it could be a little bit of fun for you. Alright. Hi guys, well good morning from the freezing cold van. Yep, that's right, it finally decided to get cold here. And it's 39 degrees this morning, which doesn't sound very cold to some of you out there that are probably under ice already, but for us here, it was still in the 90s last week. So yeah, a lot of us are just really cold, and to top it all off, the power is out throughout the whole entire county. And so a lot of people, well, they're not used to living like me, so they're probably freezing their butts off. So yeah, good thoughts go out to those guys. I hope they're okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say hi, and sometimes, you know, it's good to see that we're human, and we get up in the morning and we have messy hair and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I did yesterday. Yeah, I helped my friend with his van, and we put in this stuff called Kilmat over his wheel wells to kind of insulate them and get them to not be so bad in the wintertime with condensation. And so I wanted to show you a couple of pictures of those, and you know, maybe some other things throughout the day, we'll see. But right now it's morning and I've got to get my stove going. Okay, that's a little bit better. I got the stove going. I don't normally like to run the stove because I don't like wasting all my fuel, but when it gets this cold, I got to do something. And here's a new addition to my heating strategy. It's this little tea light candle heater thing, and just a regular candle. I don't know if you guys saw my video last year about how not to freeze to death in a van, but I showed you some of my little things that I do. Well, I put my candle heater that I made and all my candles and stuff in my storage unit for the summer because I didn't want them to melt. And like I said, it was still in the 90s last week, so I didn't even think to grab them and take them out. And when the power went off, it just happened to go off at one of the coldest times of the year for us, and I couldn't get in my storage unit. So luckily at work, somebody had donated this, so I picked it up pretty cheap. And then the candles too I had to buy from work because there was just no way I could get in my storage unit. And that's okay, because I was going to buy this anyway, something like this, to add to my heating strategy. And I was going to do a whole thing about it, and I probably still will, but you can get these online too. I think Amazon sells them, and Bed Bath & Beyond, and a few places. But what it is to put your teapot over to keep your teapot warm. It's a very old design. I think they've had it in Japan for quite a long time. And because it's cast iron, like a cast iron skillet, it's got this little grate over it, and you could put the candles in there and light them and stuff, but it collects heat, and so it helps to keep the van a little bit warmer. So it basically does the same thing as my ceramic candle heater. But I'm going to do another video on some of my heating sources here later on in a few weeks, because last year I don't think that I covered it in very good detail. I just was showing you guys a few things about, you know, clothing and stuff like that. But I really want to show you guys some alternatives to some of these expensive heaters that are out there on the market for vans and things like that, because quite frankly, a lot of them scare me, and I think they're not very safe, and also they cause a lot of condensation in your van. So yeah, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little you know, show you what I do on cold mornings, just to kind of get going and everything. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, this is going to be a blog video. It's going to be kind of like all over the place, so hopefully you guys don't mind. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully, if my friend comes by, we'll be doing a few more things to his van, and I'll show you that too. He told me that it's okay, I can put some stuff up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So all right. Okay, you guys. So before I show you any pictures of what we did to my friend's van, I want to show you the finished product of my van first. If you remember in the last video about my van, I didn't show you the back end because it wasn't quite finished. So today I want to show you how it turned out. Okay, check it out. Okay, as you can see, I put a new spare tire cover on it because the old one was disgusting. And it's got a nice shiny black bumper now, and the rear end is nice and painted. There's no more rust spots and, you know, paint flaking off on the corners anymore like it had. And it's pretty nice. It turned out pretty good. I like how the bumper turned out. Nice shiny black. And yeah, not too shabby. I know, guys, it used to be the shabby chic van, but not so much anymore. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to show you a few pictures of the things that we did yesterday to my friend's van. We put in this stuff called Kilmat insulative mats, and what they do is they give the vehicle a little bit of insulation and sound deadening, and we put it over the wheel wells and his diesel fuel filler ports in the back. I don't know what you call them, but they're like these little things that stick out. They're kind of annoying. Most vehicles have one, some vehicles have two because they have two tanks. Well, his happens to have two tanks. So we covered them up so that he wouldn't get a bunch of road noise and things like that when he's trying to sleep in his van. And also it's going to help with the condensation, that we hope, because if you have just bare metal sticking out in your van and then you put, like, you know, a little heater or run a stove or even just breathe inside of it when it's cold, that metal can you know, condense and then make, you know, water droplets and have a big mess. And one of the wheel wells, and well, actually the one wheel well with the two fuel filler thingies next to it are going to be under his bed. And so it was very important that we put something in between the bare metal and, you know, the inside of the van so that he wouldn't have mold issues and things like that under his bed. So that's what we did yesterday. And also you'll be able to see the wall covering that we put up. It's actually laminate flooring and it looks like wood, but it's not real wood, but it turned out really awesome. It looks almost like a little log cabin on the inside. And as you can tell, it is a work in progress, but it's getting there. And hopefully, if he gets time, he'll be sending me some pictures of some of the progress of the van so far, that, you know, before I even started helping him on it. Because he had him doing a lot of work to it as well before I even showed up and started helping him. So, yeah. And if there's anything else we're going to be doing that will be videotapable or not quite so boring, I will be including it in future videos. But yeah, so just stay tuned for that. And I know this video was all over the place, but sometimes, you know, when you do vlogs and things like that, that happens. And to me, depending on the person I'm watching, that's just pretty entertaining to me. You know, it's just kind of a typical day for them, and or anybody else. It's just, you know, it's not one thing, not one subject. It's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, I think that's pretty fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it, maybe some ideas. If you did, please like and subscribe and do all that good YouTube stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.